Welcome to Reginaldesq. I'm Underhook and this is my review of the American Tier 10 SPG, the T92 HMC. Now this SPG boasts the largest splash radius of any tank in the game. The standard shells have a splash radius of 13 meters and the pay-to-win ammunition has a splash radius of 14.5 meters. So is this tank any good? No, it's awful. Now apparently before the whole change to the artillery, before we did the stun and all that sort of thing, this used to be considered one of the best tier 10 arty because it did a lot of damage and it was considered the highest damaging tank, quite devastating. But since the changes, this tank has suffered greatly. And reading on the forums, most people say don't bother going past the tier 9. They usually say keep the tier 9, don't bother with the tier 10. Seems to be the consensus. Because it's really bad. Its accuracy is hideous. Now the only other tier 10 artillery I have is the Conqueror gun carrier, the British one. On paper its accuracy is far worse than this one, but in practice it's not. The accuracy is terrible. And at this tier, splashing tanks just doesn't cut it because they're so, well, majority of the tanks are so well armoured that splashing them, really, you will splash them but you won't do any damage. You'll just do a bit of stun and that's all. You really need to be getting direct hits. So getting direct hits, you're probably going to get it round about the 500 hit point mark of damage. With a splash you may get anywhere from, on a heavy tank, nothing to 100 points of damage. Now obviously if you hit something that's terribly lightly armoured, you're going to do a lot of damage, but other than that it's really hard to get damage without direct hits, and this thing just hates getting direct hits. Also, it's very slow. Anyway, let's have a look at the tank comparison and then we'll get into some gameplay. Before I do though, I'll just let you know I've got a gun laying drive and a gun rammer fitted, obviously to speed up the aiming times and loading times of the tank. Have a camouflage net fitted as well. The crew is fully trained and they'll have brothers in arm. They also, most of them except for one, have camouflage. The driver has, the commander has 6th sense. We have clutch braking fitted to speed up the turning to help with the aiming, and we also have off-road driving, I think is getting a go there. And we have a couple of other perks that aren't activated yet. And I think that's about all of the important stuff. Situational awareness as well, I think. Alright, let's get and have a look at the comparison. So the T92 is on the left. I've also included the M5355, the Tier 9 American, just for reference so we can see if it's better or worse. And then we've got the other Tier 10 arty there, Conqueror gun carrier, etc. So this tank has the highest penetration of any of the arty here with 60mm. The Conqueror gun carrier is just behind on 59, but then it drops down to 53 for the German. The highest damage also on the T92, 1300 damage per shot. So this is why this tank used to be considered the one that did the big damage, because it had the big damage gun, but with the nerf to penetration, etc., it's really suffered badly. I think they nerfed the penetration but they didn't buff the accuracy like they did on most of the other tanks. So yeah, so 1300, you got 1200 on the Conqueror, 1100 on the German, and just goes down from there. The Tier 9 American only has 1050. So let's have a look. Rate of fire of 1.28 is the slowest in the game. So it takes 47 seconds to reload the gun. Now you get 16 rounds of ammunition, but I've never run out. Basically, you're taking almost a minute to reload. There's 15 minutes of the game. You've got 16 rounds, so you really don't need any more ammunition than that anyway. The other tanks, so the next, well actually it's not the longest reload. The longest reload is the back chat. Actually the back chat is an auto loader with 3 shells, so that's why it takes, what, 50 seconds to reload the back chat's 3 shells, and it takes us 47 seconds to reload 1 shell. So it's a long loading time. Explosion radius of 13 meters is the best, but it's only just better than the Conqueror gun carrier, which has 12.8, and the German has 12.6, and then it goes down from there, 11.7 for the old Tier 9 American, and 10 for the Object 261, and the back chat only has 8. It's a 240mm gun. The shell velocity is 460, which is a little quick for my liking, and the gun arc is not good, but it's not terrible either. The Conqueror gun carrier, 395, and it was always known for having a fantastic gun arc, and was widely used in clan wars. Don't know if it still is or not, but because when tanks got embedded behind rocks, it could blow them out. GW 100 has 435, which is not too bad. And the other ones, the Object 261 has 510, which sounds hideous. So we'll have to play that one day and see how it goes. And the Batchat is 490, which also doesn't sound too good either. Very low gun arcs. But yeah, the gun arc in this is kind of medium. On Himmelsdorf, it's terrible, terrible. You can't really... There's almost nowhere you can go and get shots. Pretty much have to do TD mode. What else can we tell you? The aiming time, I'll just get this down here, is 5.66 to 60% aim the gun. So it's about a 10-second aim time. The worst is the Conqueror gun carrier, which has a aim time of around, well, about 11 seconds, so a bit longer. The others are all quite a bit quicker, so it does suffer with its aiming time and its loading time. Dispersion of 0.8 is by far the worst, except for the Conqueror gun carrier, which has 1.04. However, in practice, the T92 actually feels a little bit less accurate than the Conqueror gun carrier. So there's something funny going on there. The elevation of 65 is very high. The depression of 0 degrees means it's very hard to defend yourself. Whatever you do, you need to get you on a slight downward slope if something's attacking you, if you possibly can. But that said, the only one that really can defend itself well at this tier is the Object 261 with 3 degrees of gun depression. The gun traverse of 12 degrees to either side isn't great, but it isn't terrible either. At tier 9 though, you did have 30 degrees either side, so you will notice the difference. The Conqueror gun carrier has 30 and is not the best at this tier. The best is the Batchat, which has a fully traversable turret, 180 degrees either side. The Object 261 and the German GW both suck with 5 and 6 degrees respectively. Forward speed of 32 kilometers an hour is an off-the-cliff speed only. It does much slower than that. It's not as slow, as I said, as the GW Tiger P, but it is very slow, and that is an issue with getting into position without getting spotted, and then relocating is very, very risky. Also, this is one of those tanks where you fire your gun, you start moving to relocate, and you get hit anyway by counter battery fire because you just can't move quickly enough. Powder weight ratio is the worst of all the tanks. It is awful. The resistance ratios aren't great either. Now, the track traverse of 20.86 degrees is about average. It's not the worst though. The worst is the Batchat with 18.77, although that's fast in a straight line, that tank. Armor, it doesn't have any armor at all. Health 500 is about average. View range of 310 is good for an SPG. The shell cost of 2,500 is the most expensive shell. 2,450 for the Conqueror is not much cheaper. You pretty much lose money most games. I remember playing Clan Wars and guys used to use the Conqueror gun carrier and they used to use gold ammunition and they used to lose, even on a win, about 100,000 credits per game. Anyway, let's have a look at some gameplay. So we're on Himmelsdorf. And I know I said small maps like Ensk and Himmelsdorf were terrible for this tank. I wasn't lying. I'm just going to go to this spot here, which is kind of a favourite. A lot of artillery players like to go here. A better location for getting shots would be if I went to the corner in K1 there. But if I go there, I'll be almost insta-spotted. At this tier, tank's view range is just too good. And I won't be able to spot anybody. So I have this narrow band I can hit on top of the castle top up here, which is pretty useless. I'm just stuffing around here. I'll just speed this up because I lose track of what I'm doing here. But yeah, you can see there's not much to aim at. I've got those two little areas. I can't even get down the back there to where enemy artillery sometimes goes. I'm trying to find shots and there really isn't much. So that's the problem with this tank, is on a map like Himmelsdorf, there's not really much you can do. So I see these guys, all from half speed, and all we've got on the hill at the moment is the Batchat. So I figure if I can at least splash these guys and push them back or stop them from killing the Batchat. So I'll let the shell go here. Fortunately they backed up a little bit. Got 271 damage on the pattern, which was nice, and the Batchat got stunned as well, so he's backing up a little bit. And our teammates have started coming up the hill and they have hit the pattern. I think I've actually tracked the pattern as well. So that's why he's not moving. So I'm getting lots of assistance damage there. And we've actually destroyed him. So I got some damage and the rest of his health was assistance, which is kind of nice. Now, I stuff around for a while here and I can't actually get another shot. So I'll just come back when I get to something interesting here. I'm on the move. I got sick of being at spot because I couldn't get another shot at all on anybody. So I can see that our left flank has been completely lost. We've got AMX 5120 going over there now. But I was just going to get killed. So I decided to leave and see if I can get some TD shots on someone. Yeah, because they would have been coming up behind me any second. I can see our T124 there in a little bit of trouble. I decided I might turn up here and see if I can help and maybe shoot that Panzerkampfwagen 7 or whatever it's called. So anyway, this is the speed of the tank. You see we're doing about 28, 29 on the flat. I think it said 32 or something, didn't it, in the stats, which is obviously not quite right. But it's not fast. So just trying to see if I can get a shot on this guy. Now I've noticed I've got tanks around Cap. So I'm thinking now, I don't think this guy's going to come in. I might actually turn towards Cap and go down there. And I was just looking the other way while I was turning and this guy sneaks a shot at me, SU. And he realises the error of his ways and starts trying to back up. And I think he was regretting that his reverse speed wasn't a little bit better than it was. Unfortunately, the other guy comes around the other flank and nails me. But anyway, at least we got one good hit in for the game. So this time we're on Prokhorovka, much better map for this type of party. And it's obviously a tier 10 game, but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 tier 10s on each team, all the rest are tier 9s. 3 arty on each team, so I need to be a little careful of counter battery fire. As you can see, not that quick on the dirt. I'm a little bit worried about being spotted by somebody with incredible view range popping over the ridge, but we shall see. Yeah, so if you're looking for a SPG that you can decide the outcome of games, like you can with the M44 for example, or the GW Panther, one I can think of. This isn't one of them. This thing you really cannot dictate the outcome of games at all because you just can't dictate whether you're going to hit or not, or do any damage at all to somebody. It's just pure luck where your shell lands, and your loading time is so long that even if you see a problem, by the time you reload, the whole situation could have changed. So it's not a good tank like that. It's certainly, I think, not an enjoyable tank. So tier 10 Swedish auto loading heavy tank. We take a shot at it, fully aimed shot, missed by a country mile. We did manage to get some stun though, so we must have landed within the 13 meters, but not enough to actually do any damage to the tank at all. You can see the stun's just worn off and nobody shot it because it's not in a spot where it can really be hit easily. So we got nothing. You get nothing! Be great to be loaded right now with 2 tanks close to each other, would be nice, but... So, I'm focusing at the moment on the Carnarvon because he's not as fast as some of the other tanks that are getting around the map. Let the shell go. I predicted it perfectly. He drove right through my aiming spot. Unfortunately, the shell missed, but we still did a little bit of splash damage, getting 214 damage there, which is nice. We also have an Emil 2 here, which is the tier 9 Swedish tank. So it really appears that they've got some good tanks with good turrets on the hill. So I probably need to focus on this flank for a while to try and break them up a bit, because so many good heavily turreted tanks is going to be tough for our guys. Good gun depression too, those Swedish ones. Let the shell go, hoping he's going to drive back into it, but he sort of stops. And we only splash him for 158, unfortunately. IS-7 there. The ridge would be nice to hit. Just waiting for the reload. It's not an exciting tank to play usually. Now I've got a terrible run in this tank as well. I've played I think 46 or 47 games. Here we go. This time we hit. It looked like a direct hit for 611 damage. Probably hit the top of the turret or the top deck of the tank there. That was a nice hit. And someone's hit him and shot him with some stun assist. I think the other RD actually stun assisted him. So I completely lost track of what I was saying there. This T10 would be nice to hit, 100% health. Just waiting for the reload. He may have moved, but we let it go. The shell lands short of our aiming point, so don't know if he moved or not. We may have splashed him, we may not, I'm not sure. I'm relocating after each shot, although I am going between the same two spots. Some super observant artillery driver in the enemy team could pick that up, I guess, if they were patient enough to watch me for a couple of minutes. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. So I've played about 47 games. My win rate in this tank is, I think, currently 37%, which is not good. Considering artillery, I think I normally average somewhere around 60% win rate. So, yeah, it's not good. That said, my mark of excellence, I'm a long way from a mark of excellence, so I'm probably not playing this as well as it can be played. I'm aiming a fair bit past this tank. I should. It just looks like he just got hit again, this guy. So I'm going to let the shell go, and hopefully the splash will take care of him. And indeed it does. The shell actually landed not where I aimed it, but it probably turned out better because it landed closer to the target. So that was nice, and I don't know how much damage we did. It probably was only about 100 points because I think he was on pretty low health, but got rid of a tank, which is pretty important. So the game looks like it's going our way. We've killed 3 of theirs, and they've only killed 1 of ours, so looks like things are going well. There's the ML2, tier 9 Swedish heavy. I don't really have a shot here. Here we go. Nearly reloaded. And we've reloaded. I've marked here so the E100 doesn't drive through. But he drives through anyway, and we actually get a direct hit on the ML2 after it's dead, so we get nothing. All we ended up doing was splashing our own tank and getting a fine. Awesome. Not sure whether just blind fright this IS-7 or what. Looks like the other arty just did. Or one of the other arty. There he is. Glad I didn't blind fire. Wait for him to have his shot move back. We're just waiting for the reload. Come on, reload. It's nearly there. And fire, I guess. Well, it wasn't a direct hit. Hopefully we splashed him. The incredibly long reload just makes it very difficult to get good shots because that happens. By the time you've finished aiming, they're no longer spotted. And loading, I meant to say. Yep, he just disappeared. Engaging cloaking device. We need to get these guys. Looks like they're making a move, which means they'll find me. I've tried to predict his movements there, which I predicted reasonably well, and we get 187 with a splash, and he's stunned for 13 seconds. But everybody's bouncing. Oh, that one went in. But it was about 5 bounces off him. Crikey. Must have good armor, that thing. 430U. I can't remember. There's so many objects now, I just can't remember what armor any of them have got. Except that they're Russian, so they're normally fairly good as far as their armor goes. Just getting ready on this, lining up this IS-7. And am I going to take a guess? No. We've got this guy moving forward now. Looks like he's on a suicide run, so we really need to stop him because if he spots us, we're toast. Getting ready and fire. Ooh, beautiful shot. 515 on the Object 430U. That was nice. Did track him, but I don't think anybody else decided to have shots. So that bat chat there, maybe he's reloading. Because it would have been nice for him to finish it off. But and we've got our Object 430 on this side of the ridge here. He's got to be careful. He's probably going to get shot in the back soon. But it would be nice of him to spot the Object 430U. How long have we got to reload? We'll be reloaded fairly soon, so we might get to fire another shot. I thought we were going to die there, but still got the other arty next to me, and the back chat has come up to my right and is sitting with the SPGs. I think our 430 took care of it. Oh no, that was our arty that took care of him. That 3805 shotgunned him just then. So arty got rid of him. Nice. Unfortunately, the 430U must have been spotted. Our 430, I mean, and he's dead. And our arty just shot somebody, and he hasn't relocated. He went back to where he was when he fired the shot. That's not a good idea, but anyway. I can't hit him here. You can see there, I haven't got the dot on my black crosshair. If I fire now, I'll miss. So I'm just going to have to be patient. Hope I haven't been spotted and wait. Okay, the dot's on the ground there now. Fire. 488. Okay, that was a good hit. I think we're not going to get another reload in though. There's no one around us. We're toast. He knows where I am because I just shot him. Here he comes. He doesn't even see me. I'm going to go for a ram. But this thing's just too slow. Oh well. Okay, so we lost, unfortunately. We hit it well. We splashed a few tanks. We finished second on our team with 325 experience. Oh dear. Yeah. The enemy team actually ended up slaughtering us. They still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tanks remaining. Crikey, considering we were, what, 4-1 up or something? Shots fired 11. 2 of them were direct hits for 4 and 14 splash for 3,103 damage. We received 2 hits, which both, of course, penetrated. We damaged 6 tanks, destroying 1. We did 222 seconds of stun, which is a fair bit, and only got 456 assist damage, which is unfortunate. We lost. I think that's 16,500 credits for the game. On average, I lose about 10,000 credits per game, I think, with this tank. Win or lose, that's what it averages out to. And it sucks. Thank you for watching my review of the T92 HMC. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to Reginaldesq and have fun.